What's the best day to go to the beach? Sand day. Is it working? I don't hear myself. Oh, maybe? Sorry?
Could you bring that microphone a little closer to your lips?
There? Hello? 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 Better? All right.
Yeah. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't.
Nothing got in the way. I think it needs new batteries. Maybe it doesn't have any. No, it's got them. Try it. Well, we've got another one, so if this one's not functioning, we can switch it. Some on this backwards bar. I gave up calling. I'm trying to. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Okay, checking. How's that? Am I the right distance? Checking 1, 2, 3. Can people hear me clearly? Yeah, it is? Okay, good. All right. Actually, that sound, ooh, that's louder. Okay. All right, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out and being brave on this -15 Sunday morning. I really appreciate you. I know that Sundays are a special time, and the fact that you choose to spend it here in this place matters. So welcome. I'm the Reverend Samaya Oakley. My pronouns are she and her. Whether this is your first time here or whether you've been a part of this community for years, please know that I'm glad you're with us. Your presence matters. Not because we expect it, but because it's freely offered. In this community, belonging isn't claimed, it's practiced through relationship. This month, we've been exploring the question, how do we practice love that reaches beyond what is familiar or comfortable? Today, we gather on the traditional lands of the Niitsitapi people, the Tzitzika, the Piikani, and the Kainai First Nations, the Iahota Nakota First Nations, which comprise the Chiniki, the Bearspaw, and the Goodstoney Nations, and the Tsuut'ina Nation. This land is also homeland of the Métis Otimsequak, including the historic Northwest Métis and the Métis Nation Battle River Territory Districts 5 and 6, known as Nose Hill and Elbow. Being on this land invites us to live into that history of connection and care, recognizing that community is built through consent, accountability, and shared responsibility. In this act, we practice love that stretches beyond our familiar boundaries, honoring the lives, the stories, and the rights of those who have lived here for generations, and grounding ourselves in an interdependent web of life. We are invited to notice the story. Today, I'm inviting you to notice the stories that you carry, the quiet ones, the ones that you hold in your heart, the ones that you tell yourself, the ones that have been told to you as truth, and you are beginning to realize that there is another story. The ones that you've carried for so long that you don't even notice them anymore. This is the space where we begin together, bringing all that we carry. Even in what burdens us, there are sparks, embers of clarity, softening the gentle shifts where tension once held sway. These small, tender moments of release are when love begins its quiet and valuable, vulnerable work. As we sing today, notice these embers within yourself. Let them remind you that presence, compassion, and love can begin in the smallest of spaces, and that practicing openness and care creates room for love to overflow into this community and beyond. Where's Ned? There you are, right in front of me.
Our first song today is Circle of Song, which is familiar to most of us. Please rise in body or spirit and sing with me. Come join with me in the circle of song, the young and the old, the weak and the strong, singing with one voice, though we may speak different tongues. In the circle of song, we are one. Some sing of the past, of battles lost and won. Some sing of their dreams, of a new day in the sun. Some sing out for love, and some sing just for fun. In the circle of song, we are one. Come join with me in the circle of song we are one. Some sing of this land, the country of their birth. Some sing of this land, of the beauty of the earth. Some sing of this land, for all that it is worth. In the circle of song we are one. Viens avec moi dans ce cercle d'amis, gens et moins jeunes, ou grands et petits, chantons d'une seule voix à travers les différences, dans ce cercle d'amis tous unis. Each of us must leave this place and go back to our home. Each of us must walk a path that must be walked alone. Each of us will bear the fruit of the seeds that we have sown. In the circle of song we are one. Come join with me in the circle of song, the young and the old, the weak and the strong, singing with one voice, though we may speak different tongues. In the circle of song we are one. Come join with me in the circle of song, the young and the old, the weak and the strong, singing with one voice, though we may speak different tongues. In the circle of song we are one. In the circle of song we are one.
Good morning. My name is Jennifer Jessup, and I am thrilled to be here, your service leader, this morning. I have been coming to Calgary Unitarians since 1987, and this community has been a rich, nurturing, and creatively spiritual place for me. Today, Lisa and Arlo will be lighting the chalice this morning. By the way, it was Arlo's 6th birthday yesterday. We light this chalice in the name of love, not sentiment, but covenant. Love that binds us together across differences. Love that calls us into accountability and grace. Love that widens the circle when we would rather close it. As this flame rises, may we remember what one heart carries affects us all. What one heart releases lightens the whole. May this light mark our willingness to create new space for love to flourish.
It's early. On a Sunday, after all. Is my mic not on? It's back on now. Now we can hear me? No. Now we can hear me. How about now? No. Hello. Mic? Is there any mics in here? Just doing a mic check? Just keep going. Okay. They'll catch up. All right. My name is Rachel Smith. I'm the Director of Religious Education here at Calgary Unitarians. Woo! I'm so happy to be here with you all this morning. My pronouns are she and they. I have a fun little activity here for us today. Well, I'm going to do it. You're going to watch. But first, my joke. What's the best day of the week to go to the beach? Saturday. So you're so close, everyone. In our community, our youngest and oldest members often don't know each other. That can sometimes end in a deep loss for all of us. For some of our kids, adults haven't always been the most safe or reliable experiences. And if we want them to know something different, we have to show up first. Should I grab a mic? Yes. Yeah? Grab a mic. Grab a mic. Grab a mic. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one on. So turn that one off. How's this? Ooh, there we go. We have to prove to kids over and over and over, that we are here and that we care. Right now, we are hosting a weekly board game night, intergenerational board game night, following the Thursday community dinner. All ages, all welcome. It's about sitting together, it's about laughing together, learning each other's names, maybe an elder sharing a story that comes up because of a card that they drew, or maybe a teenager teaching a game to someone twice their age. Our youngest members, they need to see that we're going to show up for them, and our elders have so much to offer. And all of us need more chances just to simply be together. So please join us for dinner on a Thursday night at 6 o'clock and pull up a chair on your way to choir to say hello to or join a board game. Let's play. Let's build something together. But here's the thing about building something. We need to know what we're building on. What is the foundation that we share? Before we can grow something new across generations, across tables, across board games, we have to look at the ground beneath our feet. What's in the soil? What is already there? What has been there for a long, long time? So right here, I have this beautiful vase. It's got some black dirt in the bottom. It's going to represent the soil underneath us. What makes soil healthy? Anyone? Water. Yeah, we need water. That's what helps plants grow. What else? Nutrients. Mushrooms. What was it? Bugs. Peat? Yeah. Worms. All kinds of things get the soil healthy. So a seed can grow. Guess what I have right here in my hand? It is not a pink pom-pom. It is a seed. What is this seed for? What should it represent? Maybe a plant? Yeah. What if we put all of our love into this seed? Can you all send your love really hard over here for a second? Like Matilda, push it right out your eyeballs and send it right here. All right, it's full of love, right? Okay, we're gonna drop our seed in our soil. No, it's a seed. So for thousands of years, Indigenous peoples have lived across Turtle Island, which we now call Canada. They had their own societies, and they cared for the land as a gift to be shared and respected by everyone. And then European settlers arrived. The European settlers believed that their ways were better, and they had the right to take the land. They made treaties, but often broke them. They pushed people off of their lands onto tiny little bits of land called reserves. They created the residential school system. And for over 100 years, Indigenous children were taken from their families, and they were not allowed to speak their languages or their traditions in the schools they were forced to attend. Many were hurt, and many never came home. This attempt to erase Indigenous ways is called colonization. Now, I'm going to take this little cup here, whatever's in here, this is going to represent colonization. And I put a slide up. Maybe we could have the slide. I forgot that I even put one up, just so the folks on Zoom might be able to see a little bit better sort of what we're representing. But anyway, that colonization. We've got our healthy little seed of love here, right? We're going to just pour. Ooh. Sand. That's sand. Now you get my sand joke. Settlers also brought rules with them that only men, especially white men with a lot of money, they should hold the power. Women couldn't own property. They couldn't vote. They weren't even really considered people under the law. This whole system is called, anyone have a guess? Patriarchy. We got it. So we're going to pour that. It's sand. It's green so you can see it from far away. A lot of people forget this, but slavery was also part of Canada's history. The European settlers enslaved Indigenous and Black people for hundreds of years, forcing them to work without rights. They covered up our soil with slavery. Even after slavery ended, unfair laws and attitudes remained. People weren't allowed to love who they wanted to. Disabled people were ignored. Women and girls and trans people were not allowed to make choices for their own bodies. Our systems make it hard for poor people to earn a living. Voting can be made difficult for poor people and people of color if they're blocked from voting in federal elections by the barriers that are placed in front of them, by access to transportation, living close to places. People are often put into jail for minor offenses, and many communities are polluted by the companies that operate their businesses on our lands. Brave people stood up and fought for change. Women now can vote, slavery is illegal, and people can mostly marry who they love. So much work has been done to remove the sand choking our soil and keeping our seeds from reaching the light. But look, where's our little seed? Can anyone even see it? It's so tiny. Look at all this weight on top of it that it has to go through in order to get to the light. The impacts of these things remain very deep. We're still learning a lot of the truths about the residential schools. Women and trans people still fight for control over their bodies. Rich people get richer while many struggle for food and housing. And all of this is in our soil, mixed into the foundation of this country. And it's hard to grow healthy roots in soil filled with all of these problems. Removing all of this is hard work. Anybody been to the beach? Yeah? That sand gets everywhere. When we get home from the beach a week later, I'm still finding sand around the kitchen. The sand gets into everything. It gets into our history, our laws, our families, even our thoughts, and it can feel so overwhelming. But if we want a country where everyone is cared for, we must do this work together. We can't push it aside. We must face it, even when it's hard. We can all get our little spoons and start trying to, well, maybe pouring, gets a bit of it out. But see what happens when we do this. It gets mixed in even more. So it takes really intentional ways of working to get these things cleaned up. We have to learn the history. We listen to those people who have been hurt. We speak up. when we see something unfair? This story is about each of us. We were all born into this story. We didn't choose it, but we grew up inside it. And when you grow up inside something, it gets inside you. These layers seep into everything. Our schools, our rules, how we see ourselves, even our churches. These things make us feel like we're not good enough. These thoughts come from these systems. And each of us carries, a version of our own vase inside of us, the soil of our hearts. These layers have been added over time to the personal soil too, and they make it hard for love and peace to grow. They make our hearts feel heavy, much like the sand. They make it hard to connect with the people around us. So today, I invite you to look at your own vase, not with shame. None of this was your choice, but with honesty, and we look at the layers together and ask ourselves, what old pain are we ready to release, to sift out of our soil, and to make space for things to finally get through our dirt, be able to reach the sun, and take root and grow. So now I would like to invite you to sing the children and youth downstairs, and we're going to go join our children's program. And we're going to do this again. The kids are going to do the pouring. It's going to be great. Sand's going to be everywhere.
We hold you in our love as you go, as you go. May your heart be at peace as you go. To nurture the spark of your precious life, we hold you in our love as you go.
Each February, our For Others offering invites us into a simple but profound spiritual practice, releasing something we hold so that love may move farther than our own walls. Today, as we reflect on what it means to let go of what binds us and make space for love to flourish, we remember that generosity is one of the ways we widen our circle of care. What we offer here does not disappear. It becomes possibility. This month, our gifts supporting the Sharing Our Faith program of the Canadian Unitarian Council, a fund that helps Unitarian Universalist communities across Canada grow, experiment, heal, and reach beyond what feels comfortable or familiar. Through this shared generosity, congregations have strengthened ministry, expanded outreach, improved communication, deepened reconciliation work, and developed programs that continue to shape Canadian Unitarian Universalism. This is interdependence in action. When one community thrives, we all breathe a little easier. When one congregation experiments with courage, the whole movement grows stronger. When one ministry is strengthened, love overflows beyond what any one of us could accomplish alone. So, as the basket passes, we invite you to give not out of obligation, but of trust, trusting that what we release returns as shared strength, trusting that generosity is one of the embers that keeps our collective flame alive. If this is your first time here, please let the basket pass. Your presence is gift enough. May what we offer today help create new space for love to flourish, here and far beyond these walls. Now, usually many people come to the side candle sconces to light our own candles of celebration and concern. But today, we're not doing that.
Matthew, that was stunningly beautiful. Thank you. It adds the presence and the choices that you make in your offerings adds so much to our services, and I'm deeply grateful. Thank you. This is a service that is structured a little differently than most. It is a ritual service. And last week, we spoke aloud our lamentations for the world that we live in. If you're curious as to what they are, go on to our blog. You'll see them posted there. We named heaviness, fear, anger, exhaustion, moments of hope and solidarity. I shared a story of where my story bumped up against the story of others, and the pain that that caused me, sending jolts of electricity coursing through my body. Those were raw and powerful moments, and they deserve to be acknowledged here. We were reminded that love is big enough to hold it all, even in the midst of what is heavy. It called us to kindness, courage, and connection. And today we return to that invitation, and I invited you to think about the stories that you carry, the bags of bones that you have, that perhaps you might want to let go. Let them be washed anew and held. So take a moment to feel the floor beneath you, the weight of your body in the chair, the gentle rise and fall of your breath. This is the space where we begin, together, bringing all that we carry. Some of what you carry may be heavy: grief, worry, regret, anger, fear. Some of it might be light: curiosity and hope and delight, anticipation. Whatever it is that you carry, it is welcome here. All of it belongs here. And even in the face of what burdens us, what threatens to harden our hearts, there are sparks. There are embers. Not world-shaking miracles, but quiet moments of clarity, a softening of the heart, a gentle shift where tension once held gives way. Moments when we choose, even in small ways, to release what binds us. To let go is to invite openness, to make space for something new. It is to say, I will be present with all that I am, even the parts I am afraid to show, even the parts that I don't like within myself. I will let love in. I will let love in, even when it is the most scariest thing I can possibly imagine. It is in those moments that our hearts soften, our spirits pause, and that ember grows brighter. A quiet signal that we are alive to connection, to intimacy, and to care. When we allow ourselves this gift, this vulnerability, even for a breath, we open the door for love to overflow beyond ourselves. Because love is not just a feeling, it is the principle that undergirds our covenant, shaping how we show up, how we move into courage and make space for healing. When we release old pain, we do not lose. We expand our circle of care that reaches even farther than we could ever have imagined, overflowing out into the world. So let yourself be prepared. Open your hearts and senses as we receive our first musical interlude, Please Prepare Me, by Beautiful Chorus. May its noise or notes guide us into the tender work of being present, of noticing. Ned.
We'll sing this through 3 times today to let you pick up the tune and enjoy the song. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Thank you, Ned. In this space, we are practicing something deeply theological. We are choosing presence We are choosing to bear witness to our own lives and to the lives of others. And we are choosing love. We are choosing it not as a passive sentiment, but as an active, courageous force. I'm going a little bit off script here because I want to share a story with you. This pendant that I'm wearing here, it's argillite. It's from Haida Gwaii. And I visited Haida Gwaii when something horrendous in my life rocked my world and I could not make sense of things. And I went up to the birthplace of where the creation story of the Haida people are. And I offered tobacco to let go of my pain and to feel my pain dissipate. That night, as I was sleeping, I was held in the arms of the ancestors who sang me, washed me, they held me. And today, we are moving into that place where we are going to hold each other and we will be the ancestors for each other as we let go of that which no longer serves us. It can be small. It can be a little thing that happened yesterday. It can be something that is as big as it was for me when I let that go on Haida Gwaii. It was when I put this pendant on this morning that I went, that's the story I need to share with you this morning. And so I ask you to hold that in your hearts as we prepare to listen to Kate Lohr's words, only love. Let us remember that love is not passive. The ancestors held me in love, and you are being invited to hold each other in love, even in the midst of fear, of grief, old hurt. Our hands are open. Our hearts are present. After the reading, we will sit together in silence. I will ring the tingshaws at the beginning of the silence period and at the end of the silence period. Let us prepare to hear Kate Lohr's words.
Beloved, before the next headline, before your body braces, let your jaw soften. Let your shoulders fall. Let the breath you're holding go. The world is loud with lies. Images flash like sirens. Division is sold as oxygen. Your faithful nervous system has tried to guard you by staying alert. But beneath the shouting, another force moves. Love. Not naive, not weak, not loud. Love does not steal from the soul to prove its strength. It gathers, it mends, it listens until the trembling eases. Feel your feet. Feel the chair holding you. Feel the quiet work of your lungs. You were not made for endless alarm. You were made for connection, for truth spoken gently, for courage without cruelty. When fear tries to usurp your inner peace, love sits beside you and says, stay. Stay human. Stay open. Stay soft enough to feel. Love is the deep current beneath the chaos, the steady tide that outlasts empires. Breathe in, breathe out. You are being carried by the only force strong enough to bring us home.
Welcome back. Let's just take a moment to reflect on something that is absolutely central to who we are as human beings living on this planet. And that is that our connection with the life force flows through us. The universe, the larger web of being, whatever words are right for you, that is who we are. That is who we are a part of. And each of us was born a part of this weird and wondrous place that we live in. Life is literally in our veins. Life is beautiful, yes, and it's also challenging. Invariably, we get hurt. We lose hope. We stumble. And it's precisely in those moments when dreams falter and the weight of the world presses upon us that the power of life within us can rise up again. This next song, Wash Me Clean, was chosen by Tanya because, as she says, it reminds her that though dreams may die, we each have the capacity to create new ones, to harness the power of life that flows through us, and to share that power with others. And she also, and I also want you to know that Matthew began this accompaniment with nothing more than the basic chord structure. And what emerged is a piece of music that Tanya describes as feeling like a warm summer rain. So let's listen to that. Allowing ourselves to be washed clean, to feel life flowing through us, and to remember that each of us carries the power to rise again and dream anew.
Thank you. For reasons that are not clear, I'm a little nervous today. I don't know why. Matthew and I worked really hard on this one. It's not written for piano. He made it written for piano. Okay. I'm ready. You swim, swim through my veins, drown me in your rain. My desire carries no shame. My will harbor no pain. Wash me clean. Let my wounded seams cleanse my tarnished dreams. Swim, swim through my veins, drown me in your rain. Wash me clean, mend my wounded seams, cleanse my tarnished dream. Drink from my spell, quench love's drying well. Wash me clean, mend my wounded seams, cleanse my tarnished dreams. Ooh.
Oh, that sentence shivers down my spine. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Matthew. Did you feel that summer rain? I sure did. This is now our time because I am going to, this is our time for our ritual of acknowledgement, of reflection and release. You'll see here in the center a vase with some rocks and stones. The water, I want you to know, is the water communion water that we created together when we gathered in September. And into that water, we put our gifts and our talents and things that we could give and hold this community with. And this water is going to wash us clean. So in just a few minutes, I will invite you up, but for now, I move forward this way. As each pebble drops into this vase, the water is going to spill over into this larger container here. And that water will contain our tears, our grief, our burdens. Not to remove them, but so that you know that you are not alone in carrying them, that you know that you are held in the arms of this community, that you are not alone. So let us acknowledge, first off, that we are a community committed and trying and striving to live into our covenant amid so much change and fear. Let us acknowledge that the pain that we carry, the grief and the anger and the doubt, the exhaustion, is real and worthy of care. Let us acknowledge that trust feels fragile at times and that the world can seem fractured and unsafe. Let us acknowledge that there are times when we've been impatient with each other. We've acted with less grace than we would have wanted. Or we've struggled to listen to another. Let us acknowledge those who have felt unseen or judged or unsure if they belong. And let us acknowledge our shared longing to be a community of courage and tenderness and love, strong enough to hold our differences and to move forward together. So now, my dear ones, it's your turn. I invite you to come along up the side aisle to the center. Take a stone. You can name it to yourself if you wish and drop it, hopefully into the part with the water. We have a bet going on here. Please, my dear ones, come forward. As we close our time together, feel the weight and the warmth of the circle around you. Feel yourself being held by each other in this room. Take a moment, look around. You are held by the people that are around you. In this space, we've acknowledged pain, we've honored grief, and placed our stones, knowing that release does not ease our experiences or erase them. It allows us to see them with compassion in the presence of one another. Now we open ourselves fully to what remains, and that is love. Love that has moved through each ember, each note, each stone dropped, each breath taken together. It is active, resilient, and transformative. Let us carry this truth that letting go, even in small ways, makes space for joy and courage and hope, and that our softened hearts can meet one another with patience, grace, curiosity, and tenderness, that our shared covenant, lived imperfectly but with intention, guides us through uncertainty, fear, and change. So now we turn together to celebrate this overflowing love in song. I invite you to rise in body or spirit and join in singing our hymn number 123, Spirit of Life, letting its words and melody carry the intention into your week ahead. Go with hearts open, carrying the embers of courage and love. May the stones that you placed remind you that release is trust. And trust is the seed of connection. Let the love shared here overflow into your homes, your work, your neighborhoods, and your world. Meet each other with patience and tenderness and grace, even when the world seems uncertain. Go in courage, go in care, go in love.
We extinguish this chalice, but not the covenant it represents. What we released here has made space. What we witnessed here has drawn us closer. What we offered here has strengthened the whole. May love overflow from this room into every place that we walk, into strained conversations, into hidden grief, into a world that longs for courage. The flame goes out, but the light goes with us. As the chalice is extinguished, I invite you to take a spark of the light, place it gently on your heart, and carry it with you into the world. It takes many hands to create a Sunday service. Thank you to everyone who offered their care and attention, from coffee to AV, from welcome to music. Each act a spark that keeps our community bright. Now, let that light continue to move with you. Some of you will carry it into conversation, into reflection, into our monthly congregational conversation, where we explore together the life of Calgary Unitarians and imagine the future we wish to create. Those joining online, your presence carries the same spark. And we see you, and we are grateful. Let us wave to our online friends as they join the conversation. Others of you may carry this light into quiet connection, coffee shared, or simply listening to the music that Matthew has prepared, allowing the ember of love and courage to settle into your heart. Go gently, go bravely. Go knowing that the spark of this community moves with you, and that together our love overflows. And for those of you online, the link for the monthly conversation will be in the chat.